Hey folks, welcome back to Indaba Africa. This is Chris once again coming to you from central Pennsylvania with breaking news update just appeared in the last 30 minutes coming out of Michigan, in which Wayne County, Michigan's Board of Canvassers voted unanimously to certify the county's presidential election results ahead of a deadline. A shocking turn of events after two Republicans on the board had earlier blocked the same move, according to CNN's Annie Grayer and Marshall Cohen. Yeah, shocking hardly. Let's talk about the political bias in this reporting from CNN. And we'll also talk about what's happened here. So Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson said on Cuomo's primetime, that clown who was COVID positive, but floating around the gym in his luxury apartment building, infecting other people willy-nilly while telling us to wear a mask. That ass. Anyway, Chris Cuomo. That the board had voted to certify the results and directed her to audit precincts that had discrepancies. Well, isn't that their job? So President-elect Joe Biden, according to CNN, which of course is the authoritative source, they are part of the Electoral College. Not. Anyway, Joe Biden won Michigan by more than 148,000 votes, a win made possible by a strong showing in Wayne County. Well, actually, entirely because of Wayne County. In Wayne County, he received 587,074 votes to Donald Trump's 264,149 votes, a difference of 322,225 votes. The entire difference between the two candidates is attributable to Wayne County. That's 148,000 vote margin subtracted from that, and Donald Trump wins Michigan by 174,900 plus votes. So the entire state came down to that single county. Once again, tyranny of the majority. And that's what we have here. The entire state goes to Joe Biden, according to Wayne County. So during the meeting earlier in the day, the Wayne County Board of Canvassers Vice Chairman Jonathan Kinloch called the early deadlock reckless and irresponsible. Kinloch is one of two Democrats on the four-panel board. The other two are Democrats. This board, over the years, has taken pride in not allowing politics to show itself in the actions of what we do, Kinloch said. There's no reason under the sun for us not to certify this election. I believe politics made its presence here today, and I think forever that this board will have to live with the fact that we have allowed external, non-relevant issues to impact this decision today, hoping to change and bring about an outcome that will not happen. What's your rush, Kinloch? What are you in a hurry for? Your state doesn't have to certify its results to the Electoral College until the 8th of December. That's over 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away. What's your rush, Mr. Kinloch? Why are you in such a rush to certify the results prematurely? What's that all about? Talk about politics playing a role in what's happening there. I think there's the politics right there. So the Republican chair of the board, Monica Palmer, explained why she had earlier voted against certification. Based on what I saw and went through in poll books in this canvass, I believe that we do not have complete and accurate information in those poll books, Palmer said. Well, what changed? Why did you change your vote? Did the poll books suddenly become accurate? Do you have the right information? Or did you succumb to political pressure? Mr. Kinloch, you're concerned about pressure. You're concerned about external influence. Why did Monica Palmer change her position along with the other member of the board who's Republican? Why did they suddenly change her position when she cited legitimate reasons not to certify the results? There are questions about votes. Why is it you're in a rush to disenfranchise some voters, whether it's 200 Biden voters or 200 Trump voters? What's your rush, Mr. Kinloch, when you had 3 weeks to sort this out? Yes, elections experts and Michigan insiders reacted with shock to the original vote. Really? You're shocked that in a race in which so blatantly bizarre things have happened, that poll books not matching the records would cause members of the board to question whether they should certify the results? What kind of nonsense is this? Would you expect anything less? Flip the shoe around, put the narrative in the other direction. I guarantee you we would have seen the same sort of thing. Remember Al Gore trying to exclude military ballots from absentee balloters serving on ships and in combat zones on the other side of the world? Remember that? Yeah, Al Gore. Yes, combat zones in 2000. I know 9/11 was 2001, but we have soldiers in combat every day around the world in imminent danger. So don't sweat that. I know my facts. The people have spoken. Joe Biden won Michigan by more than 148,000 votes, says Gretchen Whitmer, Michigan's own Satanist herself. Today's action is a blatant attempt to undermine the will of the voters. The process, however, will move forward. Under Michigan law, the State Board of Canvassers will now finish the job, and I have every expectation they'll certify the results when the job is done. A blatant attempt to undermine the will of voters. How is that? How is it that members of the canvassing board who are doing their job ensuring that the election is correct when they have 3 weeks yet to get this process completed, how are they undermining the will of voters? I think that your fascist tendencies, Governor Whitmer, are showing quite strongly. Nancy Kaffer, a columnist at the Detroit Free Press, a well-known conservative publication, tweeted, "This is unprecedented. In my 20 years covering government here, there has been zero." Ridiculous. I won't even finish the statement. Ridiculous nonsense. Anyway, typical lefty nonsense. It's so politically transparent that I doubt it will hold up in the long run. Ben Ginsburg, one of the most prominent Republican election lawyers in the country, told CNN's Aaron Burnett. Why do they feel the need to run out and find fake Republicans and fraudulent conservatives to bolster their story? The bottom line here is that the Michigan board of the canvassers in Wayne County, the most populous county in the state that got 322,000 votes more for Joe Biden than for Donald Trump, and resulted in his victory, his apparent victory in Michigan, apparent victory. And members of the canvassing board had questions about polls and looked at the books and found irregularities. And so they refused to certify it. Why on the same day, just hours later, did they both cave? That's the news story here. Instead of covering this up with nonsense, real journalists would ask the question, why did the Republicans change their position? That's the story here. Not that the board certified it. It was a fait accompli. It's going to be certified. There's no way in God's green acre that the Trump campaign is going to find 322,000 invalid ballots in that county. It's simply not possible. Mathematically, it's not possible. So, a little more factually talking about the situation. Biden won 587,000 votes, Trump 264,000. Trump improved by 35,000 plus votes in Wayne County. That's an impressive jump. He jumped by about nearly 15% more votes in the county. Unfortunately for him, Joe Biden magically added nearly 68,000 additional votes. Twice as many more. So that is very strange. That is very strange. Then Hillary Clinton. So Sleepy Joe, Creepy Joe, Jim Crow Joe added twice as many additional votes as what Donald Trump picked up. That just beggars imagination, ladies and gentlemen. Beggars imagination. Seems hardly plausible. So far as the vote total, it was pretty much where we're at in 2016. 59+% of the electorate voted in 2015 registered voters. This time 60%. So we have 1.4 million registered voters in Wayne County and 851,000 plus voted. So no irregularities there as far as I can see. And but the one thing that definitely is irregular is this jump for Joe Biden. But even if we wipe out the entire difference and say that Joe Biden got exactly what Hillary Clinton got and Donald Trump gained 35,000, that would give Trump 100,000 additional votes, which would close the margin to just 48,000, and it would still be Joe Biden the apparent winner in Michigan. And there's the story, folks. In Wayne County, Michigan, Joe Biden will be certified as the winner of that county, according to the canvassing board. Two members of whom earlier in the day voted against it, given legitimate reasons to question some results in the county. But the governor of Michigan and the other folks involved in this, in their haste to cover up any possible revelation of any malfeasance taking place, have pretended this is political, when in fact, of course it's political. It's an election, you morons. Yeah, anyway. So the disgraceful witchcraft fan, Gretchen Whitmer, in Michigan, the person who the president's Justice Department and FBI thwarted an assassination attempt for, but then she blamed Trump, the guy who saved her bacon. What a pathetic, sad, useless sack of crap that this governor is in Michigan, who undermines liberty and freedom while her husband runs about and does whatever the hell he wants, telling us to wear masks as she imposes draconian standards. You know what, Michigan? You deserve what you get. I hope you're all miserable. I hope you're miserable, all you clowns in Wayne County who voted for Creepy Joe, Sleepy Joe, the corrupt, ineffective, empty vessel, racist bigot that Joe Biden is. Remember the crime bill of 1994? Yeah, what has he done for black folks? Not a damn thing. So I hope that those in Michigan who voted for Joe Biden legitimately, I hope that you enjoy your purgatory and the next 4 years of misery, assuming that Sleepy Joe is in fact inaugurated in January. Got a lot of work to go before we get there, folks, as states certify the results, and we have states in which the entire vote is fraudulent and illegitimate, like Pennsylvania, right here where I voted, where the Secretary of State and the Attorney General undermine election law and violate election law, and got away with it, as far as we can see thus far, waiting for the results. But the only proper remedy would be to simply invalidate Pennsylvania's election. If it means we lose our 20 electoral college votes, then we lose our 20 electoral college votes. Come off the board for Joe Biden. Let's see if he still has a majority then. Anyway, folks, lots going on still. Let's see. But Michigan's Wayne County has certified the results tonight, and they'll send it to the state. So there you have it. Anyway, folks, if you're not a subscriber, please become a subscriber. Smash the like button if you don't mind, and have a good night.